Hi Taurus, welcome to your week ahead tarot scope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's have a look, see what the week ahead has in store for you. And for your key to the week, you have the Devil card this week. So here's the thing, this week you're going to start to become, if you're not already, this is the week where you're going to start to become aware of what your own patterns and cycles are. This could be the negative patterns and cycles. Remember, it is the Devil card. So these are the things that keep us trapped. They're the things that keep us bound. Sometimes as well, the Devil card shows up to remind you that a situation is being perpetuated. Sometimes it comes up just to say to you, look, you know what, this keeps happening, this keeps occurring, or maybe it is a nod in the right direction to show you that, right? So when this comes up for you, what you're always asked to do is kind of ask yourself, right, how does this situation keep occurring? Or what is it that I am doing? What is the choice that I keep making that is no longer in my own best interest, or is perpetuating the experience that I keep saying that I don't want to have? For your actions and options, you have the Sun card. So what do we say about this? Ultimate blessings, ultimate life. This is the beauty of the universe. It is, life affirming itself. Now, whenever I see the Sun card in a tarot deck, I always say it diminishes the challenges and it enhances all of the blessings. So even with the Devil card there, this is kind of, so what could happen here? As an example, maybe if you are, I don't know, maybe you're a drinker, maybe you're a binger, maybe you're a smoker, you know, and you say to yourself like, oh, I know I should quit, or, you know, I want to quit, but I never get around to it, or something like that. This week, not only could you find that you have the willpower to go ahead with a plan like that, but it also says that you could find yourself sort of where it is that you berate yourself and then say, fuck it, well, I should do it anyway then. Do you know what I mean? So this, as your actions and options, this is about you finding that joy, that optimism, that happiness of life. And it's about you taking yourself off the karmic wheel. It's about you taking yourself off the hamster wheel, whether that's in here, whether it's in here, whether it's energetically. I mean, those two things are energetic anyway, but you kind of get my point. So that's beautiful, right? You couldn't ask for any more than the Sun card is the first card out. For your communications and conversations, you have the Six of Swords. So it does look like a lot of you are either planning some sort of travel this week, or you are certainly talking about some sort of travel. And this isn't, I mean, usually when I see the Six of Swords, I think overseas travel. It's very rare that it's kind of local travel. This is usually far places, and coupled with the Sun, this is travel to a hot place, or considering travel to a hot place. This is something that you're planning, maybe something that you're giving time, energy and credence to. Now remember, the Six of Swords isn't just about travel. It's also about moving from calmer waters to still water, from troubled waters to still waters. So what you're being asked to do here, under the guise of the Devil card, where is it that your communications, maybe there's something that you and a partner kind of, you talk about, but it kind of always descends into an argument. Or maybe there is something that you always say to yourself, you know what, I'm going to do that, and then you kind of lose traction, or you lose like the oomph that you have at the beginning, and it kind of falls down flat, or it fizzles out. Well, this week you could have the conversation that you need that is going to keep you fired up, or you could have that challenging conversation with a partner where you're able to go in and you're able to have the conversation without it descending into chaos or madness of some sort. But the Six of Swords in communications is a good card. This is, I mean, they're all good cards and they're all bad cards depending on what, but you know what I mean? This kind of gives you that energy to say that this week you could find yourself getting to the root or the heart of something. And remember, even with the Devil card, you're going to spot the pattern. You might even catch yourself in the process of doing it. And then with the Sun card, this is going to be about you shedding light on it to say, ah, so that's why I do that, or that's what the trigger point is for A, B, and C. For your money and materials, you have the Seven of Cups. So not an easy card for money. This is still not a week for big purchases. This is not a week for you to make big sweeping financial commitments either. If there is some sort of travel that you're booking, just double check the details, right? Especially if it's something that, or I mean, obviously if it's something that you're paying a lot of money for, but this is a week for you to check the details when it comes to the fine print, when it comes to all of that sort of stuff. The reason being is because I feel like if you are making travel plans, they'll probably go ahead, Sun card, and the Six of Swords, right? So they'll probably go ahead, but it may well be that there's a hidden charge or a hidden cost that you're not aware of. So just be sure to read the fine print, all right? Especially if you feel like there might be some sort of change coming up. Now, on another note, when it comes to your money and materials, this could also be a nod to say that this is not a week for you to stretch yourself financially, all right? So if you're thinking about, you know, that one more is like, you know, there's that thing that you just really want, and it's like, oh, you know, I know my budget's not really there for it, but I want it. And so, you know, like if you convince yourself to have it, Seven of Cups can sometimes see you stretching yourself too thin. I just feel like if you're hoping to take on a new financial commitment, this is not the week for it. Now, when it comes to your materials, so your home, it does look like you are dealing with or working on some sort of water, maybe water damage has been done to the home and now you're starting to repair it, or maybe you have something that is happening in the home that has something to do with the pipes or the plumbing or the waters in the home. When it comes to your physical health, this is an interesting one because this could be, you know, and this is not to say that you are, but you could be having, this week you could have a bit of a bipolar week. Do you know what I mean? Like you could, one minute you could be super high, everything's great, wonderful, and then the next minute you're down. Do you know what I mean? It feels like it's going to be, when it comes to your mood or your outlook or your health, it feels like it's going to be a bit of a zigzaggy week. But it's not going to be a bad week. It's just, I think there's going to be a few extreme highs and maybe a few extreme lows. Find whatever way you can to regulate yourself that is not a coping mechanism that is ultimately damaging in the long run. I.e., well, you know, when things get stressful, I drink. Or when things get stressful, I eat. Shh, that's me. No, it's not. I'm just a big eater and I love food. But yeah, you know, this is what I'm saying. So whatever it is that your thing is, this week it looks like you're going to catch yourself in that. And when you do, that's your moment, not to berate yourself or to beat yourself up, but to say, actually, you know what? This is why I do this and I'm no longer going to do that. It's not good for me. All right. For your love and relations, you have the Fool card. So for those of you that are single, it does appear that you could be meeting somebody that is very different from you, from somebody that's from a foreign culture. Maybe this is somebody who is advising you on the holiday that you're going to take. Maybe it's somebody that is advising you on the move that's happening. Or maybe it is somebody that you are meeting on the other side of the journey that you're about to take. So this is really, really exciting. For those of you that are single, this could be a great week for finding somebody. Now, remember your Devil card. If this is a pattern and a cycle with you where you go in all guns blazing right at the start, oh, you know, it's wonderful, this person's great, we're going to get married. Catch yourself in that. Take your time to work through it. You know, to work through it and over it slowly but surely. You'll get so much more out of it. For those of you that are partnered, it looks like you and your partner are breaking the chain of events. It looks like you guys are going to do something this week that is totally outside of the norm. Maybe you're going to a different place. Maybe you're saying, you know what? We always do this, and instead, you know, we're going to go and do that. Like, so you're going off in a completely different direction. I like this. I like this a lot. I actually feel like you and your partner are going to, it's like this week you're going to keep each other on your toes, but in the best way. So yeah, I think this is going to be a good week for you guys overall. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.